Good morning, good morning. Starting off today with a climb. It's a little bit flat right now, so figured I'd do my first clip of the day. Just got done coming through this. There's a hay field right there. Some fresh cut hay. Whew. Nice to be back here in the shade of the trees. It's kind of warm out there. It's cold this morning. But I slept really good. Right by a little creek, which is drowned out. There's a little road pretty close to the campsite, but the creek kind of drowned out surrounding sounds. And it was very peaceful, and I slept very well. Today we got 2 climbs. This first one, and then we got a big descent down to 1,500 feet and climbing back up to around 3,000, so maybe a little bit more. So yeah, it's a 2 climb day. Not my favorite. And the second climb is near the end of the day. But I mean, I put my goal way out there because it was just, I don't know, maybe I'll make it. We'll see. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Don't have any crazy pains or anything like that. Getting kind of tired though. It's it's been what? I've been out maybe 4 days now. And here's the thing, the next break, there's a couple hostels, but I don't think either of them have Wi-Fi. Unless they just didn't mention it on their little thing on Far Out, but they usually do. It's usually a big draw, having Wi-Fi. So there's 2 places, and neither of them advertise as having Wi-Fi. So, plus, food's getting short, and I've still got a few days to Daleville. There's a stretch coming up here through the Triple Crown where it's run by the National Park Service, and you gotta stay at the shelter. It's, yeah. I heard the Shenandoahs are pretty chill though, so, but after the Smokies, I don't know about the National Park Service as far as, it depends on the park. It really does. It depends who's in, I think it depends on the park. But, yeah. So, I planned out a 15.9 mile day. I'm not holding myself to get that far. We'll see how things go. I do have a good long descent after, I got about like 3 miles of climb before this climb's over. And then a ridge walk, a long descent, couple mile descent, and then near the end of it to about 9 miles. And then after 9 miles, start going up again, and then there's a ridge walk. If I make it far enough today, the Audie Murphy Memorial is near the end of my day, so I would really like to go see that. Well, I'm going to see it regardless, but am I going to see it today? That's the question. All right, well, I got a climb ahead of me, and I really don't want to huff and puff on camera, so I will check back with you when I get to the top of this thing, or if I see something cool on the way up. All right, see you down the trail. Check it out. I came across this skunk, and luckily for me, I surprised it. And it's right, like the trail's right there, skunk's right there. I am fortunate I did not get sprayed. He's just chilling there though. He doesn't seem to be afraid of me. And again, I would like to thank this particular skunk. Thank you, Mr. Skunk, for not spraying me. I am very grateful. I know you have your ass pointed towards me. I'm going to leave you alone now, but I wanted to get you on camera. Thank you for your leniency. And hopefully I do not see you down the trail. You are a very cute skunk. Thanks again. All right. Now that I'm leaving Mr. Skunk alone, his name shall be Peppy. Well, he didn't do the Le Pew part, so I think, you know, yeah, he can still be Pepe. But, yeah. I am being surprised by the wildlife on trail lately. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera on at the time. I was about to turn it on to just say a few things. But then the skunk and I surprised each other. And we have parted on good terms. Anyway, what I was going to turn the camera on to say during this beautiful hike today is that, you know, I was thinking about it on my last break, and I know my uploading has been spotty at times, and it's going to be again. Oh, make no mistake, it will be spotty. But there are a lot of you out there that, for whatever reason, you're following my hike. Whether it's to live vicariously, to watch some goofy, unpretentious hike. Well, it's not all that goofy yet, but, you know, to watch just a regular hike, not necessarily a social media driven hike. I mean, it is on social media, but that's not the whole point. I'm not here to try to get people to fund my hike or send me stuff or anything like that. You'll notice I don't have any Patreon or my Venmo on there or anything, because I'm just not interested in that aspect of it. But there are people that watch it and have been watching it fairly regularly and religiously, who are not family or have no association with me besides this vlog. And I want to again, and family, obviously, I want to thank everybody who is watching. It really does help me mentally, keeps me in the game. Just know there's people out there looking for that next video, you know? And I do try to deliver them as much as I can. Things happen, you know? And, you know, I've said it before, the hike comes first. But the vlog is important, and I do think about y'all, even though I might only know you by your YouTube names, for those who have commented and have kept up. You know, I do appreciate you, and I do think about making good videos for you, and, you know, getting them uploaded. Sorry about that whole little climbing over a log thing. And, you know, I just want to make sure you knew that. And to the family who have been watching, taking time, everybody that takes time out of their day to watch these, I know some of them gotten long, but, you know, the pony one was really long. But it was ponies. I mean, come on. And I know some of them are like 9 minutes. You know, it'll be like that. That's the way this vlog is. And I'm just learning to just accept it. And I know some of you perhaps like it just because of that. I don't know. I mean, if you want to let me know what it is, I'm happy to read comments. I'm not begging for comments, not just to help with the algorithm or all that. I'm happy with the folks I've got and the folks that wander in and decide to stay. Plus, yeah, like I said, it's a boost for me knowing there's people out there rooting for me. Or there might be some out there who are watching, waiting for me to really screw up or something. I don't know. Whatever your motivations are. Thanks for being here. I'll try to find good stuff to show you. Speaking of that, there is some stuff coming up that I will want to show you. But I wanted to get that out there. I just, I got a lot of time to think out here. Like I've said numerous times, but some people may not have watched every video or whatever. I don't listen to music or podcasts out here or audiobooks. Not because that wouldn't be enjoyable, but I'm trying to be immersed and have time to just think. And boy, do I have a lot of time to think. And that's good, because I've got to decide what to do with the rest of my life when this is over. And I'm not at a point yet where I can conceive of it being over. I'm sure once I get in New England, those thoughts will start to be more insistent. But right now, I'm at a point where I'm just enjoying the hike and letting things occur to me that occur to me. And I was thinking, people a lot of times ask you, what do you do? What do you do? When you're out here, there are basic questions that people ask. Where you're from? What did you do before you came out here? But my job currently, as I understand it, and this is great, I thought of this. If I had to put it on my tax return for this year, what would I put? And I think the most accurate job title I can come up with is adventurer. I am currently an adventurer. And that makes my inner Dungeons and Dragons fan so happy to be able to say I'm an adventurer. Now, I don't kill goblins. There are no goblins out here. My most dangerous encounter was right back there with that skunk, because oh boy, would that have sucked. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't mind, like, the smell of skunk. It's bad, but it's never bothered me that much. But that's only because I only smelled it like ambiently. I've never been covered in skunk. I have never had a pet that had an encounter with a skunk and got, but I've smelled them, like where they've been hit by unfortunately been hit by a car or whatever, and that smell lingers in the air. I mean, I wouldn't want to live with it every day, but it's tolerable in that concentration. But I would not be able to step foot in a hostel. I'd be screwed. I would be bathed in my own stink with no recourse. Oh my goodness. I gotta go back and think that. I'm kidding. I'm not going back to taking that skunk again. Yeah. But that was cool. Anyway, thanks for listening to this little rant. I have like things coming up here. We're getting to the end of this ridge, gonna start going downhill, but at the end of this ridge, got a couple things. Supposed to be some ledges up here that I'd be happy to show you when I get to them. And there's also the Eastern Continental Divide, where you have the regular Continental Divide that goes through the center, and if you know anything about that, it's basically on one side of it, the water all runs down, eventually ends up in the Pacific, and on the other side, it all eventually runs down to the Mississippi, eventually into the Gulf of Mexico, or America if you insist, but whatever. But here on the Eastern Continental Divide, it either, the water on one side runs down into the Mississippi River and the Gulf, and the other side down towards the Atlantic. What river was it? The James River? Possibly the James River into the Atlantic. So yeah, that'll be cool. I wonder if hopefully there'll be a view there. All right, I will see you a little bit down the trail. Well, we reached the ledges, and here is the view from here. It's gorgeous. Got the valley down below. Beautiful vista. Let me move down here and see if we can get a different angle on things. Just a little bit different, but you can see further down that way. Nice. Very nice. Imagine how much work it was to clear that land where the power lines go through. Huh. 'Cause I know how hard it is just to walk up here, but clearing all that, keeping it clear as well, it's got to require a lot of maintenance. There's some birds of prey flying up over the valley. If you want mice, go to the shelters. You'll find plenty. Anyhow, yeah. If I get a different angle or a different view, I will show you. All right. See you down the trail. Look at the fawn. Just laying here. I had heard that a fawn will not move. It will stay where Mama puts it. I don't know where Mama is. I'm not going to bother this fawn. I'm not going to touch it or anything like that. I'm just going to get a picture. Thank you. And I don't want to stress it. I'm sure it's frightened right now, so... Hi! I'm not going to hurt you, I promise. Yeah, say hi to my friends in the camera. I know, you're so small. Where's your mama? It's okay, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna turn off the camera. I found Mama. Don't leave your fawn. Goodness gracious. I wanted to get past it because I feel like I was stressing it out and I didn't want to do that. I saw Mama. I think you saw Mama too. I think I got the camera on in time. I assume that's this Mama. It was close. As soon as I pass by, she'll go check on her, I hope. And they'll reunite and the stress levels will go down. Poor little thing. That was sweet though. Just laying like right next to the trail. Got some good pictures. There's another deer. Why? This ridge is just chock full of deer. Hopefully there's no more fawns just being left unattended. I did hear that they will do that though. They'll just leave the fawn there and the fawn won't move. But that was special. I'm glad I got to witness that. Sorry for whatever stress I put on the fawn and the mama. But if you leave your fawn in the middle of the trail, people are going to walk by. Deer are just plain dumb animals. They really are. But, you know, they must be doing something right. They've survived all these years. Anyway, I'm glad I got to capture that. Hopefully you enjoy it. And I did leave it alone. You saw I could have did all kinds of things to that fawn before I turned on the camera, but I didn't. I promise. I am not a person who enjoys cruelty to animals in any way. All right. Well, this trail today has been I am an adventurer after all. All right, talk to you a little bit down the trail. Hey, well, whereas the first part of the day was magical and wonderful, the second part has been filled with some minor frustrations and annoyances. My power out app keeps closing on me. It keeps crashing. And of course, it waited to do that until I had no cell phone service. So I tried everything I could without cell phone service. So I can get some back. I'm going to try to hopefully find an update. If that's not available or doesn't work, do a full uninstall and reinstall. But I need service to do that. Until then, I just had to kind of rely on my memory of what was to come today. And it's already getting close to 7. I haven't gotten nearly the miles I wanted to. That ridge walk got very technical. Like as soon as I passed that fawn, after that, things just started to go a little bit downhill. Literally and figuratively. But yeah, that's all right though. We'll figure it out. It'll be sorted, hopefully, by tomorrow. Worst comes to worst, I find a camp spot, get up in the morning and just try again. You know, I'll get to a point high enough where I'll have self-service and work things out and get things squared away. But yeah, I knew it had been a while, so I just wanted to check in. Had to do a little river ford down there, and I think it's called Craig River or whatever. And the bridge is out, and there's an alert and everything. Well, when far out would open, I knew it was coming today, and I knew it wasn't going to be hard. It's a matter of taking off my shoes, putting on my camp shoes, and walking across, and then drying my feet out and putting my shoes back on. But yeah, so my mood's been a little bit salty, but plus I'm in a part of the woods where the sun's not really hitting, so it feels later than it is. And it's all shadowy, and I don't know, down by the river it's kind of blech. Smells kind of bad, and bugs are bad. The bugs are bad coming down the mountain too. Oh, just little annoyances like that. But that's the AT, you know? I know what I signed up for. Any of that gonna make me quit? Nope. So there ain't no sense bitching about it either. I mean, get it off my chest a little bit, you know, but I'm not gonna let it ruin the great day I had. I just keep thinking, could have been worse. That skunk could have sprayed me. If that skunk would have sprayed me, whoo-wee, not even that fawn would have made it better. All right, well, I'm gonna keep going here, and if I end up climbing the mountain, I end up climbing the mountain. If I find a camp spot and it's around 7 o'clock before then, I'll camp, and then we'll try to do it tomorrow. All right, if I don't see the rest of the night, I'll see you down the trail. All right.